Hello everyone, I am Tacet and welcome back to the Gems of War stream. Of course, this week we have ourselves invasions, and not just any invasions, we have ourselves goblin invasions, which is going to be kind of interesting because obviously Zacian goblins, or just goblins in general, have quite a wide range of what we can actually use, just because of how many really solid troops are within the category. Main gimmick of goblins, of course, is that essentially every single one of them has a extra turn attached. Actually, I believe in the current state of the game, literally all of them. I think Goblin King for the longest time was one of them that didn't have a extra turn attached. But at this point, yeah, never mind. Literally every goblin has extra turn attached to it. Not a single one lacks that ability anymore ever since they gave it back to, or gave it to Goblin King several months back. So, yeah, that's basically the whole gimmick of goblins, is they do extra turns. Of course, we ended up getting this ridiculously good troop today, which is the String Fiddler. So this fills a really big gap that Truffle kind of had. This has a Green Storm attached to it, which is something that was kind of hard to start off with prior. And now there's finally a really decent option to be able to do so, because prior to this, your only really realistic way of getting a consistent Green Storm at the start was basically just to use your hero. But now you can do it with a troop, so you don't specifically have to set your hero to, like, Warden, for example. You still could, but you wouldn't necessarily need to go out of your way to do that. But yeah, on top of that, it also gets to silence the enemy, has a bunch of explosions. If I'm not mistaken, this is also the first troop in the game to have a boost ratio where it's 1 out of 3, or actually, is it 1 in 4, actually? I didn't go double check what his boost ratio is, but whatever it is, he has a really, really low boost ratio based on his magic, as far as how many explosions he ends up doing to the board, as you can tell by the fact that he's only going to be doing 7. 7's still a pretty decent amount here, and if we give it a little bit more magic, that would bring it up to 8 and 9 and so forth, if we were to go and set it with our little magic buff things. But overall, still going to be really nice. Has those explosions, has automatic extra turn onto it, has a silence, and has Green Storm, and in combination should be pretty nice. It's definitely not going to be a Leprechaun replacement, but it's going to be one of those kind of things that if you're looking for a infinite loop team, it's going to be a pretty solid option to incorporate with it. Other than that, as far as the invasion troop that we end up getting, it's actually not that bad either. It deals damage to an enemy. If their tower does the standard amount of extra damage, and then gains an extra turn, and on top of that, it either explodes 4 gems, or gets to enchant all other allies, which would be 6 mana per turn to your other allies, or a little bit of explosion that's somewhat like the Fiddler, except just with some damage on it in a way, at a 0.5% chance, almost a little bit more like a Fizzbang in that regard. It's like a damaging Fizzbang. Other than that, it also has a really nice Impervious attached to it, which will make it really good for this event, so we don't have to worry about stats effects on it. So, yeah, that's pretty much the game plan. Go and I actually haven't made up any teams yet. I haven't had that much time today, but let's go and get straight into invasions and see what we can end up building out of these, mess with the new goblin, and go from there. Hello, everyone! Hello, Corn! Hello, Clarence! Hello, Isabel! Hello, Isamu! Hello, Venice! I've been having a fantastic day, thank you. Hello, Cookie! Hello, Steve! Hello, Larry! Hello, Isabel! Hello, Captain! Hello, Drock! Hello, Kevin! Hello, Flaming. Hello, DeCreo. Hello, Birdleaf. Welcome. Yeah, still trying to catch up on everything from being gone for so long. But should be back to normal pretty soon. Let's see. And the event video should be up later today in a little bit. Still hasn't been recorded yet, but it generally doesn't take too long to get out. Should be able to get that done tonight. Anyways, so we have all these goblins to choose from here. As far as what we're going to go down, given that we're doing the lower battles right now, it's probably best to go down the truffle route and just quick kill with mashed truffles. One other extremely broken thing that we got today, which I didn't even get to use yet, is the new goblin weapon, which you can get from the class event, or not the class event, from the invasion event this week. So this is only 250 gems, or you can end up getting it through Soulforge, so you might as well just spend the 250 gems for it. So what this thing ends up doing is insane. Obviously, it's one of the standard double weapons based on a certain typing. This is pretty common. They've been adding a lot of these for basically every single type in the entire game now, for every single troop type in every single kingdom. This is just the one for goblins. However, what makes it particularly strong is the perks that they end up giving it. The two most noteworthy ones being that it gets to drain 3 mana from the first enemy, and the excessively most noteworthy one is it gains an extra turn every single time you cast it. So now when we go and use this thing, we're just going to keep spamming extra turns. And you may notice its coloration. It actually works perfectly with a truffle because truffle will feed brown into it. And then this will feed it back green. It does create some red, so I'm not sure exactly what we'd use for the other one. I want to say Mirage Queen, but obviously we can't use Mirage Queen in this context of team just because we can only use goblins. So I'm not sure if there's a red goblin that's really worth putting in here. If I was to put one, it would obviously be an exploding one. Oh yeah, duh, we could just use the event one. That does make it so we lack a color. Obviously we'd want a red purple ideally, but that works. Technically we do have one. You don't do invasions though, you do it based on boss, which isn't really going to help us. So yeah, I guess we'll just go with the Toad Squeezer. And this is invasion, so we could technically put it in first slot. It's not going to block anything. Actually, yeah, it technically would. It would block Truffle, and for these earlier battles, we don't really want to block the Truffle. And other than that, we'd probably just want to start with half mana start, do the 20% thing, and set our other two to ideally magic, but I don't really have it at the moment. Still need a few more to farm those up. So I guess we'll just go with, actually I could just go with Dervish for now. Or not Dervish, whatever it's called, Debiosis. Because I want to go and level this up still, so 2 XP per battle would definitely go and get that leveled. And other than that, I guess we'll double check the minus purple banner. There should hopefully be something good. I believe there's like a brown something. Purple. What do we have? Oh yeah, duh. Purple. So we'll go with that. +2 brown, +1 blue. And that should be good. I don't think we really need to mess around with too much else. Might change that banner though. Not sure about that banner. I think for now it should be fine though. Anyways. Let's go mess with this. I don't think we need to change anything else up at this moment in time. And obviously we'll switch to a better hero class and then we could revamp that slightly. Maybe even one that has a nice +1 that we could put into it. Speaking of that, I haven't even set a single thing off how on earth do you say this? The Debiosis yet. So let me go do that. Where is his thingy thing? Also, I still haven't gotten the weapon yet either. Haven't done enough wins with him yet. Let's go and get these things up. So anything really decent here? Not really. Not a single one of these is even going to help us to any degree. Although it does count as a daemon, so I guess that helps itself some. I guess we'll get a little bit of freeze, though in this game mode, freeze is not really going to help us much. I guess stealing, well, we're not really taking purple either, so okay, I guess we'll go with freeze. And I guess just for some free souls, we'll go set souls, because why not? And yeah, that should be fine, especially since we can't even disease towers. So wouldn't be able to do that anyways. Okay, that should be good. Go into it then. Okay, so that should be fine. Start getting some battles in. So we'll be able to get a lot of extra turns now, since we'll be able to just go the turnip into truffle, which is going to be a pretty interesting combo that we can utilize now. And of course we have potion effects to try to get a little bit more mana. I believe I have 20% on right now. I hate that you can't see the things on the screen right there, because it makes it so you don't really know if you have the correct one set or not. So one way that we could check is, I guess, go under here. Okay, we do have 20% set, and we do have, come on, stats. Come on, stats, where are you? There, dear. How many are we at? We have 8 attack. Okay, so we're currently set to 20% start and 8 attack. It is technically checkable in battle. You can also check it before a battle if you're ever wanting to see what your enemies are at. You can also do to your own allies just by simply clicking on them. So for example, we can go see that we have the 8 attack right here, and we could end up seeing that we have 20%. You can do the same thing to enemies if you haven't already realized that. That's something I probably didn't mention, even though I've been checking it some. But don't forget, for like Guild Wars and stuff, I didn't mention it like at all the other day. But when you're doing Guild Wars and things, you can check what the things are on the enemy. You can see equipped medals right over here, so we can see it has 8 life, and apparently it's probably has a 20% then. And no, it has a Cedric instead with an Anu. Wait, how does that have 4? Oh, never mind. 8 life. Duh, that's only 1. So yeah, we can see that it has an 8 life, a 10% cleanse, and a 5% mana start set to it. So yeah, you can check them before the start of battle just by going into those little menus there. Also, I didn't even claim this yet. We have a lot of legendary tasks. I go grab all those. Oh yeah, also we have a pet mastery. I ended up getting that because I saw a green, or not a green pet. Well, yeah, it was the green Guild War pet, the pure green one. And I ended up finally getting it maxed because it was Oreo. I ended up getting maxed. It ended up costing, I believe, about 500 gems or so, which is why my gem stack might look a little bit smaller than before. But the main reason I ended up upgrading this is I was currently at 12-star Forest of Thorns, and this got it all the way to 15 stars. But the other reason for it is it's going to be 16 stars this Friday. Forest of Thorns will be 16 starable as of the new mythic that's coming out this Friday. So given that there was a 4-star gap between the 12 that I was at prior and the 16 that'll be capable of becoming this Friday, I figured I'd go and buy it up in case I don't get enough copies by then, which I likely wouldn't have. So yeah, that costs about 500 gems. A little pricey, but yeah, we finally got a level 20 pet for Forest of Thorns, and now we can get 16 stars rather than 12 star and get that place maxed. Other than that, another pretty noteworthy thing that happened today is Zhejian got 16 stars, which of course helps out tribute and everything and as far as rewards. Of course, it's not extremely noteworthy until they start hitting 20, because then we start getting bonus stats. But still, a little bit extra tribute definitely adds up to get more loot over time. But anyways, let's go back to invasions and keep trucking on. So, how about this? Go back to that. Keep getting our level. Free XP. Hello, Dawn. Let's see. Hello, Drock. Hello, Decurl. Flash offers on PS4 are live? Nice. Yeah, I believe they ended up mentioning that on the Q&A. Like, the